Hello everyone. Imagine one morning you wake up and notice the air you breathe is filled with smog, and the river you once to enjoy is now dirty and full with harmful substances. And animals who used to live near your home have disappeared. This isn't just something you read in a scary story, it's happening to millions of people around the world. Today, we will talk about, together with my co-speakers, about something that affects all of us. Whether we realize it or not, it's understanding the environment. But before we get into the details of this important topic, let me take you in a journey. We picture a small village nestled in a lush rainforest. These people live closely with nature, depending on its land and its resources for their everyday needs. They learn valuable information from their ancestors about how to take care of the environment and ensuring that not only their well-being but also the health of the world around them. And now imagine I take you in a big city full of tall buildings reaching up into the skies and streets crowded with concrete everywhere you look. In the city, it's easy to see how people are very focused on city life and often don't think about their action affects the nature. They might not realize how everything in nature is connected and how important it is to take care of the environment. But what if I told you that preaching this stuff, fostering environmental literacy is the key to creating a sustainable future for our planet and its all inhabitants? What if I told you that each and every one of us has the power to make a difference? Today, we embark a journey of discovery, exploring what is environmental literacy, importance of environmental literacy, and challenges we face to achieve it, and its incredible potential to hold for shaping a brighter tomorrow. So, fasten your seatbelts and open your minds because the adventure begins now.
Climate change, pollution, natural disasters, and environmental degradation. These are the pressing challenges facing our planet. Take, for instance, the recent devastation caused by Typhoon Odette and Surigao del Norte. Among its causes, a lack of environmental awareness. So how do we tackle this kind of complex issues? The answer lies in environmental literacy. But what is this environmental literacy? It's not just about knowing, it's about understanding. It means knowing and understanding environmental problems and being able to make smart choices to help the environment and prevent harm. It encompasses awareness of climate change, waste reduction, sustainable environment, and conservation of natural resources, and also communities' engagement and advocacy. Environmental literacy is also about knowing, caring, and learning about the environment, which we understand and solve problems to help our nature. So I already shared with you about what I know of environmental literacy, and I discovered that there are other literacy that is closer to environmental literacy. This is what we call social literacy. Maybe you are wondering what is this social literacy means. Even I wondered when I first heard the word. So what I did was I looked for it in Google and it gave me an answer. But I really did not comprehend it well when I first read the definition of communicating effectively, emphasizing with others, or collaborating towards common goal. And then suddenly I remembered 2 years ago, I saw a friend of mine wearing a green shirt as their uniform. And she stood in front of many people. The mothers and father figures are listening to her. So it crossed my mind and asked her, "What is your work? Why are you discussing and giving instruction to a lot of people?" And then she answered me and said that she is working as a social worker in a municipality. And she also explained on how they advocate for policies and practices to mitigate the climate change and also to address its impact. And also she explained that they also educate the communities about the effect of climate change and promote sustainable behavior and also provide support and resources to the communities. And when I remember it, I reflected on and analyzed it, talking to myself like, oh, that's why she's doing all of that, because it's part of social literacy, where she interacts with human, understanding and cooperating with communities, and also helping them address concerns and others, because that's her job as a social worker. So of course, after analyzing all that, I now fully understand what it meant to be or to have a social literacy. And went back to our topic, environmental literacy and social literacy have both in common in emphasizing the importance of empathy, collaboration, and informed decision making. And they both recognize the human actions or the impact of human actions on our environment. So whether fostering community resilience with the face of natural disasters or advocating justice in marginalized communities, these literacies share a common goals to empower individuals and communities to thrive in harmony with their surroundings. However, despite this shared foundation, we cannot neglect the part that they have their distinct focuses. So just like the social literacy, it is primarily a focus on the human interactions and the relationship, while environmental literacy centered on our relationship with the natural world.
As what Chia said earlier, environmental literacy encompasses awareness of climate change, waste reduction, sustainable development, conservation of natural resources, community engagement, and advocacy. So first, let us start with climate change awareness. Environmental literacy involves understanding its causes, consequences, and mitigation strategies. Through initiatives like informative films and documentaries, we can raise awareness and promote action to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Second is the waste reduction and circular economy, where resources are reused and recycled. From segregating waste and transforming recyclable materials into useful objects, every action counts towards a sustainable future. Third, sustainable development. As defined by Brundtland Report, it is about meeting the present needs without compromising the future. It is about mindful consumption, using recycled materials, and making sustainable choices in our daily lives. Fourth, conservation of natural resources. It ensures their availability for the future generations. By practicing responsible use and management, we protect our ecosystems and promote long-term environmental sustainability. And lastly, we have the community engagement and advocacy. It is about engaging communities and advocating environmental challenges. It is about working collaboratively to address environmental challenges affecting our well-being and the health of our planet. Here in the Philippines, pollution and climate change pose a serious challenges to the environment and to the public health. According to Philippine Department of Natural Resources, or DENR, air pollution is a major concern, with around 45% of illnesses attributed to a poor quality air. Additionally, the country is vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, such as increased frequency and intensity of typhoons, rising of the sea levels, and the disruption of the agricultural patterns. These environmental issues not only threaten the Filipino population, but also put pressure on the country's economy and natural resources. The alarming decline of our planet's ecosystem is a wake-up call to the urgent need for environmental literacy. Each day, as we witness the devastating effects of climate change, it becomes increasingly clear that our collective action have profound consequences to the health of our planet. But amidst the despair, there is a hope. Embracing environmental literacy, we hold the key to reversing these troubling trends and building a brighter future for the generations to come. Through knowledge, actions, and advocacy, we can restore the balance of our ecosystems, protect biodiversity, and ensure a sustainable growth for all.
Now, how do we determine environmental literacy? It's about possessing critical thinking, problem solving, resilience, and the ability to communicate clearly. First are the critical thinking and problem solving. It's one of the major skills of an environmental literate person, which are critical thinking and problem solving skills. It has the ability to understand the causes of climate change and find a positive solution to address them. This requires the ability to find information, identify problems, and develop creative and effective strategies. These skills enable environmental literate individuals to analyze complex environmental problems and evaluate different solutions and making informed decisions. Second one is the resilience. And given the dynamic nature of environmental challenges, resilience are essential skills. And finding solutions will require ongoing learning, adaptation, and perseverance. This requires the ability to be flexible, learn from setbacks, and stay motivated and committed over time. It has the capacity to recover from difficulties and failures and continue working towards the environmental goals. And lastly is the ability to communicate for the importance of environmental conservation in the need of sustainable practices to a wide audience. These skills collectively contribute to a person's environmental literacy, enabling them to contribute positively to our environmental sustainability and conservation.
Teachers and future teachers out there like me, I am excited to share with you some exciting classroom activities aiming at nurturing environmental literacy and empowering the next generations of environmental stewards. These activities is not only educational but also hands-on, engaging the students with real-world actions to address pressing environmental challenges. So let's dive into the details. First up, we have environmental action projects. Imagine students taking in charge in creating a positive changes in their own school and community. This could involve organizing recycle programs to reduce waste or also establishing a community garden for sustainable food practices or advocating for policies to combat plastic pollution. By engaging in these activities, students not only learn about environmental issues but they also develop essential skills like teamwork, leadership, and problem solving. This project is suitable for high school students, specifically in grade 8 to grade 10. This could be integrated into subjects like science, ESP, and TLE, where the teachers teach and promote and teach the students to become makakaligtasan.
Next up, we have environmental debates. It is a dynamic way of encouraging critical thinking and dialogue among students. Environmental debates are suitable for high school grade levels, and they can be incorporated into subjects like science and social studies. Imagine high school students engaging in lively discussing topics about climate change, renewable energy, and conservation policies. These students not only deepen their understanding about environmental issues, but also develop essential skills in communication, persuasion, and empathy. These classroom activities provide valuable opportunities to the students to become active participants in environmental conservation efforts. By engaging in environmental action projects and participating in debates, students not only acquire knowledge and skills, but also develop their sense of agency and responsibility towards our planet. Let's empower our students to become the change makers of tomorrow and create a sustainable world for generations to come.
Environmental literacy is not just a concept, it's a call to action. It's about understanding our interconnectedness with the environment. It's about taking responsibility of our actions. Each one of us has the power to make a difference. Let's unlock environmental literacy and empower change for a sustainable future.